when I was 16 and I became the youngest female registered auctioneer. And from there, on the theme of getting out of Dodge, I bought a 1971 Volkswagen bus and
Nice.
I drove around the country picking up auctioning gigs. That was a while ago, so there were no cell phones. I would go to the yellow pages, not to give away my age, and look up the local auctioneer and find some employment. And I moved around the country for about 18 months doing that.
What does an auctioneer do? Like, give us, like, what your day-to-day looked like doing that.
Well, it's interesting because I always think it is kind of like production. You first have to go and pursue the job, which we always have to do, and you have to competitively pitch and bid the job. And then there's a build up to auction day. And then there's the auction day, which is a bit like the shoot day, where everybody comes together and is trying to control chaos. And then there's sort of the wrap up, which we have to do in production as well. So I always thought that training of being in an auction family set me up very well for production as well.
So if I've got it correct, you go find someone who has something that they wanna sell, and it's the type of item that's probably best sold at an auction, and like you said, you compared it to, like, a creative production. I guess then you're responsible for the promotion. Like, let's say, for example, you've got 3 farmers that wanna auction off their tractors. I guess you're the one that's promoting it, trying to get that crowd to the auction, and then I guess, are you the person you see it sometimes in media where, like, there's the person on stage speaking very quickly and they like, "Do I see or hear $100? Do I hear $200?" Like, were you doing that as well on stage? Like, really working it?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
yeah.
So you had to do you really speak that quickly when you do it, or is that just something that, like, Hollywood has, exaggerated?
No, it's that fast and faster. They're tobacco auctioneers, which um, even I can't
Oh.
understand what they're saying. And we did, in our family, we did a lot of livestock auctions and a lot of farm and real estate auctions.
So you have to secure the space. You also have to, I guess to a certain degree, you're responsible for fulfillment as well, and accepting payment and putting that all together. I got to tell you, that sounds really stressful. Like, did that make you resilient? No, but did that make you resilient? Because you said you were exposed to it at 4 years old, and that you were the youngest. Did you say it was the youngest auctioneer or the youngest female auctioneer?
Youngest female registered auctioneer.
Registered auctioneer. I mean, for you to choose to pursue that, that had to have been like, was that something you had to learn? Did you have to learn how to cope with the stress that comes with it? Or is that because you were exposed to it, that's all you knew?
I mean, first of all, you said that I chose it, which
Okay,
I
sorry. Family business,
yeah,
I
I
guess.
was 5th generation auctioneer. I was sort of you really couldn't avoid it. It was a family business. But, um, I have really fond memories of it. We were a family that worked together. We had there were 5 siblings, and then we had aunts and uncles and cousins who all joined in, so I don't remember it being stressful.
So you get into this 1971 Volkswagen bus. And when you're a registered auctioneer, is this something that's done state by state, or is it like a national certification that you have?
Well, I definitely leaned into a lot of nepotism on that journey because that year that I was traveling around, my dad was the president of the National Auctioneers Association. So
Gotcha.
I definitely would drop his name as I was asking for a job, but I was a skilled auctioneer, and I think sometimes the novelty of a very young lady doing it, was part of the attraction as well.
So when you got into this bus, where was the first place you went? Like, did you stay within North Dakota? Was that your first? Did you land somewhere else, or did you get out of the state completely?
I my first stop was Denver, and I
Okay.
picked up a friend for a part of the journey, and then I spent a lot of time in the South, mostly in the South, and then I eventually landed up in Los Angeles, pretty broke,
Jeez.
and was looking for, a day job, and I saw in Craigslist there was a reception job.